Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Welcome to today's session. Today, we're going to be looking at the stock market. We're going to have a look at the market in general, see what's been going on today, what happened today, and the things that is really important to your trading success in the market. So, first thing I want to talk about, guys, is obviously the title of this session today is "Don't Fight the Market." Do not fight the market. Don't fight the market. Don't fight the market. Don't fight the market. Now, Jeez. Alrighty. So let me have a look here. Alrighty, guys. So once again, the session of today is don't fight the market. If you are fighting the market, you will lose. There's been so much things that have been posted on some of my YouTube videos that I've done in the past and some of my live streams in the past about some of the things that they think and so on and so forth. And it's just, do not fight this market. The market will always whip your butt if you fight the market. Just like people trying to buy natural gas stocks right now, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. All right. So that's what I want to talk about in today's session. And the very first thing that I want to start off with, guys, is probably obviously I should start off with a typical disclaimer, right? Guys, do not place a trade based on what you see in the session today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets. And you know what? If you fight the market, if you don't respect the market's going to whip your butt. So be smart about the way you're trading. Also, guys, if you haven't done so yet, then go to johnsflashsale.com to get your trading course. I'm running a massive flash sale there. And also, if you haven't done so yet, then grab 5 massive trading courses and get live monthly private coaching from me, a group coaching from me. I'll do live coaching sessions every month in the Master Trader Lab. You can get a free trial to that at mastertraderlab.com. Now, let me get straight into the markets here, all right? There's been a few things that's been happening right now in the markets, and there's something that I'm really seeing in a big way that's happening in the markets and way that people view. Some people have said to me, I've been calling the downside. Someone said, John, I've been calling the downside now for the last month, and I've been wrong every single time. Now, you guys know, right? If you've been following my live stream for the last, say, couple of weeks or a couple of months, so at least the last couple of weeks, right? I've been saying that the momentum's to the upside, so do not try to be short this market, right? Exactly right, Gregory. Exactly right. And you know yourself, Gregory, right? You've been watching me now for the last few weeks. I've been saying, no. Right now is not the right time to go short this market. I've been saying that at least for the last few weeks. Like, don't try and short this market right now because you don't know when that's going to change. Wait for the market to tell you. And you guys that have been following me for a while, you guys know that. And I had a few people saying, you've been calling the downside, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? I was saying that we could be getting a reversal based on support and resistance levels that were happening seen in the past and in the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones and all that sort of stuff. I was actually saying that, yes. But you know what? The thing is this, is that the market is the truth. We can see where this market might start to reverse, but it just hasn't yet, right? It just hasn't yet. Now, we've actually slowed down in the markets. We've actually slowed down in a big way in the markets, meaning, or should I say that the momentum's actually slowed down quite where we are right now. We've had this move up through here. We've had this pullback here with all these small little bars. So, we still haven't got a momentum change in the markets. We still have not got a momentum change in the markets. So so right now, going short this market, like I've been saying for the last month, that momentum still hasn't changed. The momentum changed on this candle here, and it has not broken to the downside just yet. We've got a few small down candles, but we haven't got a definite confirmation of momentum shifting on the downside yet. We still could be getting that, but it hasn't happened yet. Okay, it hasn't happened yet. So trying to predict right now is the great time to go short, which you know what I think about that. If you've been following me for quite some time, don't just get into the market because you think it's a good idea. Get into some good trading plans, all right? You've got to have a really good trading plan. You've got to have a really good trading setup, all right? Now, if you want me as your coach to share with you my #1 trading setup and coach you every week for the rest of this year, then email me at howell, HOWELL, trader@gmail.com, howtrader@gmail.com. We'll speak on the phone and see if that's a good fit for you. But back to the markets, we got to actually really focus on not going against the markets, not fighting the markets, right? And not going against these markets. That's why I say that the better you can read the chart, the better you can understand the chart, the better you can understand the frameworks of the charts, that the better trader you'll be. Okay. And so that's why and that's why I've been doing these sessions where I teach you different things, especially about momentum in the markets and how the markets work and so on and so forth, who's in control of the markets and all that sort of stuff. That's why when you go to mastertraderlab.com and you grab your free trial in the membership area, that's why I have a foundation section there. I have a chart reading section there. I have a mindset section, because all these different things matter to your success in the markets there. So the thing that I'm looking at right now, guys, is that no, right now the momentum has not changed. All right, right now the momentum has not changed in the markets by looking at the Dow Jones, by looking at the S&P, and so on and so forth. You can see the S&P is still stuck in my channel. So momentum, even though we've got a couple of lower closes, we're getting a slowing of momentum. Yeah, a slowing of momentum. And basically that's what we're getting right now. We haven't actually got a confirmation change. See, one of the biggest things that stops traders to getting ahead in the markets is that they make so many mistakes in the markets that they don't even realize what they're doing. That's why when you go to johnsflashsale.com and you actually get the trading course for the $27 it is, the very first video is the top 13 deadly mistakes that you're making right now, because that is the biggest thing that's actually stopping you from moving forward in the markets. And one of the biggest things that's stopping you is getting in based on what you think is a good idea, and not really based on any setup here. The markets, Jane, the markets today were so sideways. Exactly right. And they're sideways, but we haven't got any confirmation on momentum on the downside yet. So I definitely wouldn't want to be fighting this market here. And same with the NASDAQ. And you guys know, right? I did a session yesterday saying that, or last week, saying that momentum still hasn't changed. We're getting a bit of a slowing momentum, but we haven't got a confirmation of momentum changing yet. That is. So we've got to keep an eye on the day-by-day bar. Right now, today, we actually got an up candle. So we're just going to keep watching that and seeing what's actually going on through there. Now let's go have a look at the silver and gold markets. What's happening with the silver and gold markets? Well, firstly, you can see we're just going through a nice pullback through here right now. So trying to go long right now, even on a short term on gold, is very risky, because it may pop up, or we may continue this small pullback, right? Or this slight pullback that we're getting right now. So that's what you want to be focusing on through there. Like, we're just still getting a nice pullback. We could be getting a pullback to our trend line. Or either we get another Fibonacci level through here. As you can see, right, we could be getting a nice pullback back down to these 50 to 60% level through here. That could be indeed finding another support around this, which is also this trend line through here, which also could create another move back to the upside. If we do hold here and we get a nice good breakout candle above 125, then I have a target of 130 on the G or D. Okay, I can't talk right now. Bull flag, yes, bull flag. But the thing is, L Lang, that's actually a really good question. Just because it's a bull flag doesn't mean it's going to be bullish, right? Let me explain what I mean here. There's so many times, guys. There's so many times when you're looking at the markets and you get a bull flag that looks like this, right? Now you get the market from here to here. Where's my line? Give me my line. I tell you what, guys, you guys that have been following for a while, you guys must be thinking, what the hell is John on this morning? He's just going crazy. I know. I did so many incantations this morning to change my mindset. I've been going through a bit of a tough time personally. And so just radically changed my mindset. And it's like, get the hell out of Dodge. So I'm in a bit of a peak state right now, if you could probably tell that. So that's the reason why I've got all this energy this morning. And so if you are going through a tough time, guys, right now, personally, then let me know. We can talk, and I can help you out there if you want. Or I can book a coaching call with me or something like that. Anyway, so just because we have a bullish flag, which we do right now, doesn't mean it's going to be bullish, right? Does not mean it's going to be bullish, because a lot of people think, oh, it's in a bull flag, so therefore we're likely to get this. It may not. What we need to wait for confirmation. Confirmation is exactly like that. Do we actually get the breakout bar like that? And increasing volume. Because there's so many times the market like, oh, there's a bullish flag, and then guess what? And then it breaks down. There's so many times to do that. And so many people are like, oh, it's a bullish flag, and then so on and so forth, right? So if I go back to the Dow Jones, right now, in the mastertraderlab.com and also in johnsflashlight.com, one of the biggest mistakes is that one of the biggest mistakes that traders make, and you'll see that in the session there, you'll be able to see, right? One of the biggest mistakes you'll be able to see in there is not waiting for confirmation. So what I'm about to share with you is exactly that. Let me go to a weekly chart here, for example, and I want to go back to. Here, I want to share a good example with you. I saw this happen so clearly, and I knew people were going to get hammered with this thing here. You know, let's actually go to 2-day. Is it going to allow me to go back that far? All right, there we go here. All right, so cool. So look at this back here, guys. And this is a great example of what I'm talking about, how a bullish flag is not always bullish. All right, you've got to wait for confirmation, because if it does reverse, we could still get a reverse. No, duh, John. Tell me something new. If it does reverse, we may get a reverse. Look at this here, guys. Look at this here, right? What do we have here? We had a nice run up from here to here. Look at that nice bullish flag through there. This is going back in during the 2000 and when was this? This was, yeah, through the 2015, 2016 time. So let's actually bring this up. Oh, right. This one here. Bam. Look at that. Look at that nice bullish flag. But where did it break out? It broke to the downside. So if it breaks to the downside, then we have a really good chance of what? Running to the downside, running to the next level, which is the next support level here. If we break up, then what we do is we measure from the bottom to the top. We project that up, and this is where the target is likely to be. And run back up from there. Make sense? So you definitely don't want to be getting in based on what you think is going to be a good idea, because that's just wrong in the markets. Wrong in the markets. So that's what you want to be focusing on there with that there. Now, that's the GLD, guys. Okay, no. Boom. So that's the GLD price there, guys. Okay, if we do get I actually like this for a potential setup for myself, by the way. I just said that, for a potential setup for myself this way. So I'm actually watching this very, very closely, because I may be even getting a trading setup right now, because I'm getting my set up right now. So I'm waiting for confirmation. Aha, ding, ding, we have a winner. So what we're also looking at here, guys, is we're looking at what we're also looking at here is looking at SLV, which is obviously the silver price. And what are we seeing through here? We have a low, a higher low. This still could be some sort of high low, but we're definitely slowing through here, aren't we? We're not bouncing off yet, but we're still having this nice pullback around this 50 to 60% level. You actually sing so well. Wrong in the market. Yeah, whatever you think, hope, or fear is always wrong in the market. Whatever the market says is truth. So that's what we're seeing through there right now. We're getting a nice run up, a nice pullback, and we're getting a nice, decent pullback through here. So we still could get another continuation up from here on the SLV price. The problem with SLV right now is if you squeeze your chart up, you can see we're getting into a whole bunch of areas of major, this is a weekly chart now. We're getting into a whole bunch of major areas of resistance, 2 levels of major areas of resistance. So that's where silver price, or the SLV, is now. Silver price is definitely getting into an area where it's really, 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 really struggling in the markets. Really struggling. So we need to get above those levels first before we start to see any good bullish movement. So that's the reason why it's probably having a bit of a star mode here. Even if we did get another nice up bar from here, we get a nice continuation move, just like we did back here with my candle. Let me delete that. Just like we did back here, right? We had a nice pullback and a nice continuation move. Pullback here, even if we did get a continuation move, that wouldn't be something that I'll be looking for myself. Why? Because there's a whole bunch of areas of resistance through here. If I go to my SIL charts, what are we getting through here? We're just getting a nice what? Bullish flag. Now, just because we're getting a nice bullish flag does not mean it is what? Bullish, right? So we're getting this bullish flag through here. We've got a nice run through here. So there's other 2 things that's going to happen through here, okay? Wherever the breakout is, this is what's likely to happen. If we get a breakout to the downside, then where are we likely to run to? We're likely to run to the lows, which is down here at 2450. This is the SIL chart, okay? SIL. If we get a big bullish run, a big bull move, and then we get a breakout, we saw just a minute ago, right, on that Dow Jones 2015 chart, right? 2015, 2016 chart, how that happens, right? This is what happens. So if we get a breakdown, then we're likely to continue down here for a little bit to go back down to these support levels. If indeed we continue back up, all you have to do is create a parallel trend line from the pole. You move that up, you extend it up from the breakout. And then what you do is you move over here. And then from that there, you can actually see that there is indeed this level through here, which is actually really interesting. Look at that there. That level there is that level there right now is the potential target. Now, I don't like to use the ultimate targets. That's like aggressive target. I like to use 80% of the pole. So I'd say somewhere around about there, 28.50 would be a nice level. Now, it's really interesting, isn't it? If we do get a break up, we're likely to run to 29. I'm not saying we definitely will be, guys. I'm not saying trade this, by the way. But if we get a break up and out, and we're breaking past these previous resistance levels here, then what are we getting? We're getting what? We're getting a break up, a breakout, and now we're getting a run back to, this could be possibly a nice run back to the 29 level, which is really interesting, right? That projection of the pole brings you back to this major line that I drew yesterday, which was what? Which is the major area of support and resistance level where we are right now. In fact, it's actually a little bit higher, isn't it? Because you can see if I bring my line, it's actually probably through there somewhere. We're getting that level through there, as we can see, right? So isn't that interesting? Look at that. Look at all this support and resistance level back here. And that projection is almost on that level. Coincidence? I think not. Oh, guys, I tell you what, guys, the better you can read the charts, the better trader you'll be. Can I get an amen? So guys, and this is the reason why, you know, like with my Master Trader Lab, that's the reason why I'm doing sessions every single month with you guys, is to help you guys and understand, help you guys get better and better and better at reading these charts. You know what I mean? And also with that johnsflashsale.com, with the trading course, that's why I give you some really good chart reading techniques and so on and so forth to get you ahead in the markets. But there's so much you can actually learn from these markets. John, my man, you caught me on the right day, my man. I'm on fire this morning. Love it. Okay, Christian. Christian said, "G'day, John. I could not find the email I was supposed to receive to log on to the training. Could you briefly explain that?" Michael, Christian, send an email to help@mastertraderlab.com. help@mastertraderlab.com. Send an email to that obviously goes to me because I'm the support person. There's no support person. I take care of all my clients because that's what I do. And then just send an email to that email, and then I'll be able to sort you out and take care of you, my man. All right. Alrighty, guys. So that's what I'm seeing there right now. Let's actually go to the GDX right now. What's happening with the GDX? Very, 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 very similar to what? To the SIL chart. We're getting what? We're getting a nice bullish flag, aren't we? Really nice bullish flag. Giddy on up, giddy on up. This could be another continuation. So we have a nice pole from here to here, don't we? Really nice pole. If we break down from here, then we actually have a lot of support levels around this 21 level. So that actually so that's actually where the market actually probably get a little bit of support here. So that's a really hard one to say. Possibly run back down towards these levels through here. If we get a break up and out, and we definitely see that we get a break up and out above this high through here, what do? We grab the parallel trend line. We project that up from there to there. We're probably where the projection is, from there to there. And where's it likely to run to? We're likely to run to where? Likely to run this 24.50 level. Look at that. Where is that on the charts? Oh, isn't that interesting? That's almost at the ultimate high point of this up here. Isn't that interesting? All right. Isn't that interesting? Because, you know, it's like there's no coincidence in the markets, right? You can see a projection up, and you can see how that almost at these high points up here is that projection point. So we could be getting ready for another move to the upside, guys. So get on up. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, guys. So once again, guys, make sure you grab that free trading course at johnsflashsale.com. Get the free trial to the membership master lab and start learning more about the mindset and so on and so forth. And join me for my live coaching sessions that I do every single month to help you with the chart reading. at mastertraderlab.com. And if you'd like to join my private coaching, where I give you my trading strategy and I coach you every single week, just email me at howtrader@gmail.com. Let's actually start taking some questions. Let's start taking some questions, guys. Amen. John, you were born on fire. Yeah. So guys, any questions, put them in the chat box right now. And I've got to head off to actually see, to actually do something this morning. So thanks, John. I will. Can you briefly explain volatility in the options? Volatility in options is really, really, really simple. You want to keep it really simple, Christian. When the market's quiet, when the market's going sideways, volatility decreases. All right. So think about don't think about volatility in options. Think about volatility in the markets, and that directly correlates to volatility in options. All right. So what I mean by that is that if we're getting if we get, like, for example, right now, if we take everything off the screen and we look at the GDX price right now, Christian, let me ask you a question. If we look at for the last week, can you see how volatility has slowed down a lot in, say, GDX? All right, so I'll be able to coach you here and help you out with this here. So you see how this has actually slowed down a lot just by looking at the charts. The last week. Just see. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'll continue on anyway. So what that basically means, yes, you can. Okay, cool. What that basically means is this, is that when you see volatility slow down in that stock or market, whatever you're looking at, then that means volatility is slowing down, because remember, the options are derivative from that asset value. They derive their value from the asset value. So if you're trading, say, the GDX right now, and you're looking at options, both call and put options, the volatility is decreasing for the last week. So therefore, what does that mean? Therefore, that simply means that the volatility in options has decreased. When we start to get a move up, and we can start to see, we get a move up from, when we start to get, say, let's do this from here to here. When we start to get this move up, we start to get like 1 up bar, 2 up bars, 3 up bars. We start to get a move in a direction. That means volatility now is starting to pick up on the options, but on the call options, because the call options increase in value as the market goes up. The put options will be decreasing in value. So volatility is increasing on the upside. So therefore, volatility is going to increase on those call options, and it's going to decrease on the put options, because the market's not going down, it's going up. When the market goes quiet, sideways, both call and puts, volatility goes down in the market. So both call and puts, volatility is decreasing. But when the market makes a move, up, that means volatility in those call options, because they increase in value when the market goes up, is increasing. And same for the downside. If the market starts to have a nice move down on the downside, volatility, because volatility is picking up on the downside, put options increase in value on the downside. So therefore, put options, the volatility is actually picking up on the options as well too. That's why I personally love getting into trades before a good move happens. I really love doing that. If you can do that, that way you actually, so if I buy a call option and before we've actually seen a good move for a month, then you're picking up on the increase in volatility, increase in movement on the upside or wherever, and you're also increasing in volatility as well too. So that's how you don't really have to think about volatility in options. Essentially, you just got to look at the stock and say, okay, what's happening with the stock right now? And then go from there. Another way you can do that, actually, no, I'm not going to teach you that, because you don't need to know that. It's going to confuse the hell out of you. Just look at the stock and say, okay, are we going through a low volatile period right now? Or are we actually in a high volatile period? Meaning, are we going through a sideways quiet period, or are we going through a nice move in either direction? And that's how you basically look at the volatility options. But you don't want, Christian, I don't ever incorporate the price of the option, the volatility option, or anything like that. I don't do anything like that. because I don't need to worry about volatility in options. The most important part you have to worry about, Christian, is getting into a trade. Getting into a trade that's going to give you a very high probability chance of it running in your favor. If you do that, you're likely to generate a profit, regardless of all this other stuff out there when it comes to, you know, all this other thing that generates options. You don't need to know everything about options. I've been trading now for a long time, and I don't know anything of, I don't know 3/4 of what makes an option. All I know is that if I think this stock is going to go up and I buy first in the money, which means just below the price, or even just first out of the money, and it does go in my direction, I'm likely to generate a nice profit. The end. That's all you really need to know. You don't want to be getting into writing options and stuff like that, because that can be really, really risky. I recommend, if you're going to be doing something, just stick to buying options for starters anyway. And then when you get a bit better, go to the writing options. But it all comes back down to your ability to be able to have a good trading setup first. That's why it's always having a good trading setup or a good trading system that you believe in. John, do you trade options or mostly stocks? I don't trade stocks at all. If I trade the stock market, I'm trading the options. Why? Because it gives me that leverage. It gives me the derivative. Roughly every 1% the stock moves, my option is going to move 1%. So if I get the direction right, and now that's within the money options. Out of the money options could be 2 times that. So just say in the money options, if the stock moves 5% in one day, then my option could be up 50, 60% in one day. So yes, that's basically what the reason why I do that. Now with the Forex and futures market, well, I don't use options on those because I don't have options on those. I just use the actual Forex and the futures market. So I just trade those markets there. Options open interest is a page of sentiment, in my opinion. Okay. I do look for some open interest in the options there, because that's actually really, really critical. You don't want to be the only person. Great. Thanks, John. Pick the right direction and get the right time. Gotcha. That's good. You're right in it can become confusing. Use the right setup. Exactly right, Christian. Exactly right. Again, I've been trading options now for a long time. I don't know most things that goes into trading options, like deltas and greltas. Like I do know some of that stuff, but you don't need to know it. You really don't. It's not going to help you become a much better trader. Reading the charts and having a good trading system, that's where it starts. That's your foundation. That is your foundation to your success. You don't have that, you don't need to worry about anything else. You don't have that, doesn't matter what market you trade. You don't have that, it doesn't matter how you approach the market. If you don't have a good trading setup that you know that works most time, then it doesn't matter how patient you are. It doesn't matter how consistent you're showing up every day. You're going to keep going backwards. I use the KISS method, keep it simple, fantastic. So you don't try to optimize your options choice. Gregory, no. Because that just bogs me down. I optimize my choice in getting, because most traders, Gregory, will not do well in the markets. So for me personally, it's about me making sure I'm getting into a really good trade, and then I have a simple trading plan to benefit if I'm trading options. I do babble a lot. Oh, thanks, Keith. I'll boot your ass out of this room in a minute, mate. So the thing is that, Gregory, the most important part is having a really good trading setup. Most traders don't make money. Most traders don't generate money in the markets. So I keep it really, really simple. Either trade first out or first in. Depending on how far out that is. On a low dollar stock, like a $5 stock or $10 stock, that could be quite far out. So that's basically what you don't want to be. What you don't. You want to be focusing on the trading system first. So that's basically what you want to be focusing on there, guys, and nothing else. You get a really good trading setup. You get a really, really good trading setup that generates that you know is going to move in that direction most of your time. Doesn't matter what. Forget everything else, because it's all about generating consistent profits. It's not about optimizing to make the most profit every time, because that's just useless. AC. Curious on your opinion of AC Toronto. Are you talking about this one here? I'm not sure. Is it true that 75% of options expire worthless? Yes, exactly right. Office. Yes, you're exactly right. But, with that being said, they expire worthless. That doesn't mean that now writing options become a much better decision, because I guarantee you would write a put option, the market tanks on you, and this is one thing I've seen so many people do. You could make money if you do that. You can make money 3, 4, 5, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months in a row, and have 2 really bad, devastating months and blow yourself out of the water. Not only do you completely wipe out all the profit you made for the last 6, 7 months, but then you completely blow yourself out of the water, especially if something really bad happens overnight. So that's where writing options is not a good idea. You want to become successful in the markets, get a good trading setup. Options with close bid and ask helps too. Too wide of a spread can eat up profits. Exactly right, Sean. Yeah, exactly right. I only trade shares, options, and Greeks are Greek to me. Fantastic. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for me today. I am out of here. Once again, guys, go to johnsflashsale.com to get the trading course. Go to mastertraderlab.com to get your free trial. And if you're interested in getting my coaching and my system, having me coach you every single week, then go email me at Howell, HOWELL, trader@gmail.com, and we'll talk on the phone and see if my coaching program is a good fit for you or not. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you next time.